Alright, yo, what's going on, all my gamers, all my Genshin gamers? So, I think this is probably gonna be the last time we talk about this, right? You know, this is probably gonna be, like, I don't even want to say that this is the end of the Genshin CC drama. It's more of, it already finished. This is more of just, like, an epilogue. That's kind of like how I see it. Like, one more for the road, like, you know, like that one picture, you know, Karina came out and said, yo, I got one more in me, you know, just in case we weren't making fun of her enough. But I just want to say real quick, you know, I want to say that thank you to everyone who's been supporting the video. Dude, that video got like 10K views. And my theory is that it's because no one else has reacted to it at the time. You know, like, hey, the Genshin CCs aren't going to do it, but it's okay, chat. I'm here. I am the new face of Genshin Impact. If they're not going to do it, I have no ties to any of these people. I'll do it. And just like that, let's make fun of Paimon some more. So let's watch this video.
Great weekend. And I got to come clean about something, okay? I was already in the middle of making this video, but it was all so stupid that I was actually at a loss for words like half the time. And I ended up deleting the video because it was just coming out so messed up because this whole thing is so freaking unbelievable, to be quite frank. So, do you remember that Karina for Paimon? Do you remember that Karina video that she made on TikTok where she was like crashing out, getting all angry, all mad?
YouTubers don't know anything. YouTubers don't know anything. They're not voice actors. They've never been in my industry. They don't know what my industry is about. They don't know anything about SAG. They don't know anything about being a non-union actor.
Man, after that video from Risley's VA, dude, that union sounds god-awful. Imagine having to make $30,000 a year just for your union to say, hey, now you can have health insurance. And that's a year, by the way. That's not a one-time deal. They have to do it a year for union projects. Like, bro, I feel like they should be, like, striking their union. Brother, I pay like $50 a month for my union dues to my union. I don't have to have a minimum to get my health insurance. I just have to exist and show up to work. That might be a hard part for you guys, but you know, that's what I'm saying.
Either. They have more incentive to lie. They have more of an incentive to lie because idiots like you fall for their shit and they get paid for that.
I ain't getting paid. I'm doing this for the love of the game.
Hello? So nobody else's opinion that is super fucking wrong anyway matters.
Hope this helps.
So yeah, that...
Bro, okay, so let me tell you guys a quick little story, chat. Chat, did you guys know that China actually hates, they despise that these VAs want to represent the character? Like, they say, the way that they put it is they hate that when these VAs pretty much make it these characters their personalities. Dude, they hate that shit. It's like, I could show, I've had a few comments of this too on Xiaohongshu where they were saying, yeah, I just hate when these VAs act like they are the character, and then they put stuff like this. Because I've shown them some of this stuff. I've shown them this. I've shown them Risley's VA, and they hate it, bro. They hate all of them. They're saying to replace all of them.
That crash out
It's
video,
really
the
funny.
one I already discussed last week. Played the whole thing last week and explained why, in my opinion, her take is terrible. And I also presented a theory about what that crash out video was specifically referring to, because a lot of people thought it was about the Jacob Takanashi stuff, but in fact that crash out video occurred before then. And she was instead probably crashing out over a video that either I made around a month ago or a video / short that YouTuber Darkos88 made also around a month ago.
Chat, if you guys think you don't hate English VAs enough, not even English, but American VAs enough, check out HeroHei. He's covered a lot of American VA drama.
For
it's
anyone
pretty
curious
bad
who hasn't seen my full theory on that, I will link the video where I explain that all in more detail in the description for you with the timestamp to that part.
I wonder if he only plays
But back to the main topic for this video. Now that we had a quick refresher about Karina's crash out video, there was a Reddit post I saw yesterday where apparently over on Blue Sky, Karina was saying that video, the crash out video, was actually AI. Let's take a look at this. This person on Blue Sky, Noah Gibson, says, OMG, Karina liked my post. Hi, Karina. I support you, but I just think your TikTok was a bit bad, though. It was just the calling them stupid part. That was the equivalent of Biden calling MAGA garbage, resulting in cash poor winning. You both should have taken Marge's advice. The gif of Marge that they include saying, that's true, but you shouldn't say it. To which Karina responds, get this, says, oh, by the way, I have learned that the TikTok you were talking about was AI. It was not.
Oh, no. Oh, boy. It's like she can't stop, man. She literally can't stop, bro. Why? Why do you do this? Also, how? What? It's on your page. We've shown it on your page. Oh my god, bro. I love this. She is such a free content farm.
Not my original
Chat
TikTok.
is so good.
Yeah, maybe don't listen to Reddit at all. A response from the user Corn saying, did you watch it or are you just letting people lie to you now? It's quite literally from your TikTok account. And another user Diamond saying, Karina is full of it and trying absolutely anything to try and discount any criticism. It's working about as well as you see here.
Yeah,
and
pretty much.
Most people are calling Karina out for this. However, some people are actually just...
I'm very surprised. What the hell was that? I'm very surprised that they're doing it on Blue Sky. Usually on Blue Sky, people get away with stuff like this. But I guess more people are starting to use Blue Sky because they did not let her slide with that shit.
Believing what Karina says. Like, they'll just believe anything, apparently.
I ain't letting you slide with that
get
one,
more
brother.
into that later. But first, let's
Brother.
continue with the context. Because Noah Gibson returns and says, so this is AI, and you've never said this? I agree that YouTubers don't know anything, though. And linking to a Reddit post about the Karina crash out video, to which Karina responds and says, yes, that is AI. And yes, the YouTubers do know it. They just don't care.
No. You can see it. Your name is on the page. You're like, this is you. And it's like, this is a screen recording. Oh my god, bro. I love this. Oh my god. I want to give her the benefit of the doubt. No, because you can't. Because you can see the preview. Right? You see this preview right here. I know that there is a Paimon video that is floating around that she wanted to try to sue Tectone over, of all people, because he showed it on his... Is he gonna show it, actually? I don't know if HeroHei is gonna show it. I don't think so. But there is an AI video. Oh, okay, he shows it at the end. Oh, and Techie. Okay, Chad, we'll get to it. We'll get to it. We'll get to it. Don't worry about it.
According to that post, it seems like Karina...
I'm getting ahead of
saying
myself.
That
I'm
the
sorry
crash
about
out
that.
video isn't real. That's not actually her crashing out. That's obviously just AI. And the YouTubers talking about it, they know it's AI. They're just like malicious or something. They're just trying to manipulate people by posting and talking about this AI video that they know is fake or something.
Chad, I'm lying to you. I have been lying to you this entire time. I don't know about what, but apparently I have been.
Yeah, I remember the beginning of this video where I said I already recorded all this and like gave up on the first
I need
attempt
that
because
picture of
this is all
Omni-Man
so
with the
stupid.
phone.
Exactly.
I like
Noah
using
Gibson then
Deku phone, but
responds
that
to
one's a good
Karina
one
and
too.
says, all they care about is grifting, the outrage for clicks. That's all YouTube is these days. So
that word doesn't think what you think it means. Because trust me, when I say that these VAs are idiots, trust and believe, I mean it. I am not making that up. That is not a stance I just recently came across. Well, kind of, because now that I know that they're idiots, after hearing what they've done, I wholeheartedly believe this. It's not grifting. Grifting is when you when you change your stance to make money. I wholeheartedly believe that you guys are idiots. I want you to know that. This is not grifting. I say this with my chest. The streets know this is what I mean. When I'm on the block with the boys, they know I'm saying
apparently
this.
This person, the voice actress who's like publicly making false accusations about people, that's totally fine, right? But anyone talking about the crash out video is just grifting. They're the problem. These people are actually nuts. Like, this is just insanity. Fortunately, the majority of people aren't like that.
This is
and
so
are in fact
funny,
calling
bro.
Karina out. For example, this person, average Asian elephant, saying, it's quite literally on your page. Why are you lying? You're just digging a bigger hole for yourself. Another
so
user,
good.
Repsu, saying, my dog ate my homework at response.
My dog
and
ate
someone
my
below that's just
homework.
laughing at her. Oh, my bad. Forgot the one above that too. It
That's
says,
so
at least
good.
delete your TikTok before this. LMAO, this is embarrassing.
It's
Making this
still
all so
on
much
her
even more
page, by the
hilarious
way.
is that what Karina said there would actually get reposted to the gaming Circlejerk subreddit. For those that don't know, that subreddit is basically full of modern audience types who
Chat, don't ever go there. I promise you, to save your own brain cells, do not go there. You don't want to go there. They don't want you there. Don't even go there. Chat, for your own sanity, don't go there. It's an awful Reddit.
And will take a stance against gamers no matter
Go to the
what stance
Zenozone
that
Zero
is.
Reddit.
For example,
Lot
like
of fan
last month when a
service.
lot of gamers were critiquing
It's so
Ubisoft
good.
and AC Shadows, that subreddit was constantly defending Ubisoft and AC Shadows. Like I said, basically their entire thing is gamer bad. And they don't even circle jerk. Like, they're actually serious about it. They completely lost the plot. We can see
What did he say?
and they don't even circle those. Like I said, basically their entire thing is gamer bad. And they don't even circle jerk. Like,
Wait, he snuck that in there? I didn't. What? Okay, that's funny. Chat. If you've ever wondered how to make me laugh, like really have a whole full hearty laugh, it's just slip something in that I'm not expecting.
they're actually serious about
that
it. They
gets me
completely lost
every
the plot.
time.
We can see that here, for example, in the aforementioned
That's
post.
so
which reads,
good,
Karina,
bro.
voice of
They don't
Paimon,
even
confirms
circle
that the
jerk.
Genshin subreddit used AI for her to spread misinformation. I
I'm
love
sorry,
how
chat.
her just being flat out wrong is confirming that
Oh,
post also getting over
okay.
1,000 upvotes and becoming a top post there for the day. One of
No
the top responses there
way.
says, "I'm going to say this once. This is, or at least should be, considered defamation."
Yeah? Is it you making a video of yourself putting it on the internet? That's defamation? Is that how that works? Chat, is there any lawyers in the chat? No way that's defamation.
Complete line made to tear down someone's reputation. This
To be fair, she doesn't have a good reputation. That wouldn't take any effort. That would be like trying to rip a paper in half.
is the very definition of defamation. Except that didn't happen. And the
No.
person lying here is actually Karina. However,
That's so
the Genshin
funny,
subreddit
bro.
would ultimately find out that they were getting talked about over on Gaming Circlejerk, with users back over on the Genshin Impact subreddit saying things like, "I think it's dumb to try and lie
Nice
and say
lighter
this was
PFP.
AI when it's clearly not." And even dumber for Gaming Circlejerk for falling for such an obvious lie. Gaming
It's so
Circlejerk falls for
funny.
anything you tell them, as long as it fits their goal, which seems to be 90% politics and 10% random stuff. Honestly, quite good for a laugh.
It sounds
there
funny.
are no humans in that sub.
There are
Got
no
curious and skimmed
humans.
through the comments there. I shouldn't have.
Oh,
Some of the
no.
Genshin
I'm
Impact
telling you,
subreddit
chat,
users
don't
then
go
going
there.
over to Gaming Circlejerk and refuting what they say there. For example, back on the Gaming Circlejerk post about Karina and the comment we took a look at a moment ago saying, "This should be considered defamation," they would get a response that reads, "How is it defamation if they uploaded the supposed AI video? If it's AI, wouldn't they be a user of AI themselves?"
Yeah.
And the OP of the Gaming Circlejerk Karina post saying, "I think they meant a different video of an AI of Paimon calling out Karina directly. She's been really tired from being at the hospital all weekend, I'm sure." Someone else says, "LMAO, the video they're talking about is obviously the TikTok one. It's in the picture. I think y'all need to learn how to read."
For
it
real.
doesn't fit their narrative, so of course they refuse to read. However, back on Blue Sky, there would be a bit of a plot
I love
twist.
this character.
So we
Chat,
already
who's
read
that
this part
character?
where Noah Gibson linked the crash out video over on Reddit, to which
Right.
Karina said, "Yes, that's AI, and yes,
Who
YouTubers
is
do
Noah
know it, they
Gibson?
just don't care." Corin then saying, "Is this not your TikTok account?" and linking to that very video on her very TikTok account. Noah Gibson once again commented saying, "Karina, this is bad. You got to say something
Oh,
fast."
no.
Another user, Patrick, would say, "There was a post about a smaller channel that used AI, not for this TikTok," referring to the crash out video presumably. "It's a different video, which Tectone watched on stream. My guess is maybe things
Oh, they'll say his name on Blue Sky, but they won't say his name on Twitter, huh?
got mixed up." And Karina didn't check this Reddit link, to which Karina actually responds and says, "This is exactly what happened."
You can see it in the preview. What do you mean, brother? You're lying for fun. Like, you're trolling on main and you're lying for fun. You gotta be.
So you're telling
You're
me
not
that
that
Tectone
stupid,
watched
right?
a video where someone used AI to make Paimon say something.
He did. I watched that video. I watched him because Techie was talking about it because Paimon's VA was even talking about. Actually, we'll see if he gets into it.
Which, in fact, that video does exist, and I'll
Yeah.
show you in a moment. But you're telling me that for some reason that video got posted to Reddit, Maybe it did, maybe it didn't, but I can't find that Reddit post. Allegedly, that's a thing, though. And you're telling me Karina knows about that Reddit post. And then on Karina's Blue Sky, when people were linking a Reddit post that's very clearly not about that, but about her crash out video, and we can all see very clearly that Karina responded to that saying that's AI. That somehow she thought that Reddit post, which again was very clearly about the crash out video, was in fact not about the crash out video.
Doesn't really make too much sense when you try to lay it out, huh?
But instead about Tectone watching some AI Paimon on stream. How the frick do you even mix that up? And you know what? I am actually willing to give Karina benefit of the doubt. I'm willing to believe that she did mix those videos up, but I still don't understand how she mixed those two up when the post that she's responding to is so clearly about her crash out video. And for her to then accuse YouTubers of knowing it's AI and saying that we just don't care when she's the one who's completely wrong about all this is just ridiculous. Like, dude, the frick are you doing? And let me also say that I apologize if I repeated some of my words right there. I've recorded this part multiple times too because all of this is so stupid that I'm having a hard time even putting...
but I just want to say quick shout outs to HeroHei, who has been covering this entire drama. It's been like, it's such a good, how do I say this? He has such a good in-depth analysis. You could pretty much use it like a Cliff Notes, which I have done sometimes, to just like get a good summary of what's going on, because he covers it in like 10 to 20 minutes. Sometimes it's longer when it's like, hey, it's really bad, but he's done a really good job of just covering all of this stuff.
Putting it into words and like commenting on this. Here's the last thing we'll take a look at from one day ago on Tectone's channel, More Tectone. You can see a video titled PAIMON'S voice actor faces backlash. And the entire video is Tectone reacting to a video titled Paimon VA versus bootleg AI Paimon Genshin Impact announcement.
Can we watch that?
And I'll play like 10 seconds of this for you to take a look at yourself. This is the one that apparently got posted to Reddit that somehow Karina knows about and somehow mixed up the crash out video with or something. Yeah, you get the point.
Paimon herself roasting?
Tectone.
Hi, this isn't Paimon, or even her voice actor. I'm just the guy that redubbed Dragon Maid.
Okay. I'm gonna put this delicately, or maybe not. I'm gonna have to hit you with it. Why does this video sound a lot better than Paimon normally? Why does it sound smoother, bro? Dude. Okay. No wonder she really needs this to go union. You know what? Oh, I've tried to be cordial and civil and not really talk about her voice acting ability, and I'm going to continue to do that. So let's just keep going on. Go ahead.
Made for fun a while back and got yeeted from the internet. This message is for Karina. You are an absolute worthless scab and a hypocrite. You are way worse than most scabs.
I will say though, if you like zoom in on Paimon in this video and give it a red hue, it sounds like we are watching you. We are coming. You know, kind of like that kind of spooky sound.
Because most scabs are smart enough to shut up when they get caught flip-flopping on their principles.
You need to know your role. You need to shut your mouth.
And if we're to believe Karina, I find it hilarious that Tectone inadvertently caused Karina to have this like ridiculous mix-up. We've now had Karina having a complete crash out over either my video or Darko88's video or both of our videos, and now like an extremely ridiculous mix-up situation over this Tectone Paimon video thing, if once again we're to believe what Karina is saying apparently.
Okay, so by the way, so he didn't mention it, but Paimon was even talking about suing him because I think she believed that he produced this video or something. And she said something like, if I wasn't like 13K in the hole from the hospital, I would be contacting my lawyers. And it's really funny.
And yeah, with that, I'm going to end
it's
this
in
video.
A tweet. It's really funny.
I cannot believe how long it took me to record this simple video. This was all just so much stupidity that I think I need to go full venti now and have a drink. And when I say a drink, I mean like 50. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed the coverage. Hopefully this made at least a little bit of sense. All of this did. And again, I hope you enjoyed.
That reminds me, I love Venti's VA. Have you guys heard that song by Venti's VA? Also, shout out to, I think we need to take time right now to shout out the actual VAs who have just been so good in this situation and have just been really to themselves and not really caused any more trouble. So it's like most of the cast, Venti's VA made a song. I'm not saying that it's directed at someone, but it's pretty good. Look it up on TikTok. And also Auroron's VA. Auroron's VA, who has pretty much not backed down from anybody. He's really cool. He's followed me on Twitter. Shout out to that guy. Yeah, he's really cool. I really like Auroron's VA. He's been pretty much a class act this entire time, and I just want to shout him out real fast. You know, I do feel like I might have been a little harsh on Risley's VA, but it's because, and people, you know, someone has pointed this out, but that's because he sounded like he wants this game to go union, and he's pretty much steering the conversation to this going union. Under no circumstances do I think this game should go union at all. Like, 100% hell no, because I don't want any more of these American VAs doing this stuff. Get all the side studio people from like Europe and get the VAs from Wuthering Waves, get them in this game to replace these assholes. I'm over it. I'm not playing their games no more. I'm not having this nonsense. Get them out of my game. This is now my game in my community. It was an easy takeover. All I had to do was tell the truth. Imagine that. Anyways, chat. Enough ramblings and acting like a super villain. Chat, comment, like, and subscribe, become a member, and I will catch you gamers in the next one. Bye.